Hey guys, I am DM Zone. This is Gamers Oasis. We're going to do something called SNC. Alright, so what is SNC? SNC is actually an acronym. I think it's a great way to title it because it's quick and short. But basically what it stands for is Swunt and Craft. And it's kind of two activities that I've found on the moon that can work very well together. I'm doing Compound B, I'm sweating Monuras, and then whenever I kill creatures like Monuras or whatever, I cut all their animal oil. And this is kind of, I talked a lot about this and a long time ago, and I've been kind of getting the ball rolling. And I've probably have done this now 4 times, at least officially 4 times. But this is the first one I'm going to do, like where I show you. And then I've done this where it wasn't as organized, shall we say, a lot, because I talked a lot about sweating creatures. So I wasn't killing them necessarily because, frankly, back when this all first started, and I had Evasion 3, what I found was that essentially it would almost kill me if I was fighting a female Monura, because they have that slightly better to hit. They have one more point of damage they do. It would sometimes I would almost die before I sweated the creature. But it was a combination of having low evasion skill and lower sweating skill. But I was seeing that, okay, as my evasion goes up, as my sweating skill goes up, I'm going to sweat these faster and not be hit as often. There's going to be a tipping point when this becomes good, profitable. And then when I got into the, do I use a Vivo S10 or do I use armor for the extra decay cost, which then increases the loot pool? I thought, okay, maybe check this out again with Swunting. Swunting before that was just obnoxiously slow. I was not using the Vivo S10 to heal myself up. I was literally just staying there and regenerating normally, because I wasn't thinking about the fact that this would increase the number of ammo and potential for rare drops and that type of stuff that could happen. So I was against it. But now that my skill's higher, now that I've actually had it, not in these videos, but not that you've seen yet, but I have had a global on Monuras actually itself. I was like, okay, maybe I wouldn't get a global, I get like a mini type of thing, a mini global. So I went ahead and did this way, and I feel like it ended up coming out pretty good. And I'm not retracting what I said before. Swunting is incredibly boring. However, I feel like it's incredibly efficient too. However, there is a change when you sweat a creature and when you don't sweat a creature with the loot you get. It is obvious, clear as day. So the sweat that it has in it does have an actual intrinsic value towards the creature. And it's not what the sweat actual PED value is. It's not the TT value. There's a different value than that, for sure. For example, if I get a not a mini but a moderate size, a woohoo type of thing, I got a little bit more of the time. Normally when I'm hunting Monuras, that'd be like 0.16 or 0.24 shrapnel plus something, or maybe it'd be like 3 hides or something, or it might be a rare like hairspray or something like that. You still can get there. You can still get those things. I got hairspray. I got, all sorts of things like that. But boy, it is very slow. It is a lot between each ones. You don't get anywhere near that. Normally, you're lucky to get 1 to 2 peck worth of shrapnel on the occasion, uncommonly, you'll get residue. Very rarely will you get any of the oils. More rare than, actually about the same rarity of that, it goes to the hides. You know, more rare than those. Generally, you'll get the extractors. Very, very rarely. In 10 PED, you may or may not, probably about 30% chance you will get something like hairspray. That is on the slow side by at least 1/3. If I were to do 30 PED worth of hunting on Monuras, I would for sure get something that was hairspray like in it. I may not get any of the more rare stuff, but for sure I would get at least hairspray or something, or a component or something on that rarity level, that TT value. So with that said, there is something there. However, you gain tremendous amount of skills. This time I'm doing it with Koopa, my rover pet, out, and I'm getting tremendous amount of pet skills while I do this, which I'm not tracking on this because I just sort of spur of the moment, and I'm still kind of editing my format because I don't even have my engineering skills prior to the craft, which I'm going to add on the next one. I don't think I'm going to add the Koopa skills in there. The pet stuff is kind of still a thing in progress. But there is a question that comes from this. Does having Koopa out affect my overall hunting skills? Or are those two separate pools? And that's going to be something that I'm going to check on in the future. Right now I'm tracking my skills with Koopa. I'm checking how I get skills, what's the most efficient way. I have certainly learned some of the least efficient ways. I'm not going to step on that because I'm doing a video specifically on that. It's going to be a bonus video. Look for that to come out. Once I've done my about 10 hours or so of work to get that video done, to be about 5 to 8 minute video, but about 10 hours worth of work would have gone into it because a lot of this stuff I want to try out over time. And of course, that only gives me one slice of the pie. I probably will do this several times, and then I'll give my overall opinion on leveling up pets and that type of stuff. But there's a lot of variables, and I'll get into that video. Back to this one, though. So essentially, there's a lot of things. I don't know if the people around you have any factor. I would like to do one of these, or about 4 of these 10 PED swants, and actually have no one hunting or sweating Monuras at the same time I am. I think that'd be very interesting. And then I would like to get where I can get a group of people to come and have like 15, 20 people out here sweating and swanting creatures. And then I'm out here also to see if there's any difference. You know, like, I don't know, but obviously I gotta do the no one there first, and I gotta do it like weird hours in the night when there's no one around, and then go. But you know, I'm working towards that. I hope to do about 1 of these a month, so we'll start to get these rolling out. I'm going to do all Monuras until essentially Monuras are no more, and I don't need to be hunting level 3 creatures of sweat. After that, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Maybe it will be Noosels or something else. There are some crabs that are lower levels that are part of the Sicarus, Sicarius, and there's a type of crabs. I think they're called guardians or bodyguards, something like that. And they're like, they're on the lower side. I want to say they're like 8 to 9, maybe a little higher than that. Maybe they're 12. I can't remember. I remember them being on the lower side. And what I specifically remember about them is they don't hit terribly, terribly hard, but they have a lot of hit points, which means that they would have lots of sweat. So it would, you know, for me to, but I have to find a way to be able to kill that with my Bukin. So I have to get my Bukin doing more damage the way it is, because I've tried to kill them already with the Bukin, and it is inefficient as all get out to kill them with my Bukin. So if I'm going to do it with my Bukin, I have to really get that up, or I'll have to go ahead and switch to a Matrix 10 or something of that, or 15, to kill them efficiently. And if I do that, then that could be interesting. But we'll just go to that when we get there. Okay, guys, so I'm going to wrap this up here. We'll talk about this more in future videos on this topic. If there's something about this you like, go ahead and hit the like button. If there's something you want to talk to me about, or if you have questions, concerns, or feel like I missed something, or if you feel like this is not necessarily relevant, if you have something negative to say, put something down in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. I appreciate it, and keep her in that pen. Bye.